Tonight, 2 months after the I-Team exposed Florida doctors wrongly accusing some parents of child abuse, we're hearing from the state's top child abuse pediatrician for the first time in his own words.
I-Team investigator Katie Legrone obtained new video of the doctor speaking on why he calls some common defenses of abuse junk and what he's saying about recent media scrutiny questioning him and his team.
This is video from a 2017 child abuse and neglect conference.
A popular defense these days is known as congenital recklessness.
And that's Dr. Bruce McIntosh, the state's top child abuse pediatrician, who leads nearly 24 teams around the state dedicated to medically evaluating children for abuse.
They say that this could mimic abuse.
In this training video we found on a state child welfare site, Dr. McIntosh and a state legal expert describe common defenses for child abuse and why they say those defenses are often false. It's the first time we're hearing state experts talk about how they defend medical findings of abuse against families who fight back. Back in November,
they said we didn't do anything. She said, no, yes, you guys did.
We shared the stories of Florida families accused of abuse by a child abuse doctor, but who took their fight to court and won.
I just felt like criminals.
Nidhi Ortiz's son nearly lost his parental rights last year after he sought help for bruises and fractures on his newborn daughter. These young parents couldn't explain. A child abuse pediatrician called it abuse, but independent tests proved his baby inherited a rare blood disorder, the same disorder Dr. McIntosh described in this 2017 video as real, rare, but a common false defense.
This has reared its ugliest head around Florida, the Ehlers-Danlos syndrome.
Dr. McIntosh conducted this training a year before the Ortiz case and later acknowledged the syndrome can cause kids to easily bruise. To date, he nor anyone from the state has spoken with us on camera, citing state and federal privacy laws. But in this video, Dr. McIntosh spoke freely on how to combat common defenses, describing some popular witnesses hired by families as carnival people who profit off false explanations not backed up by medicine or science.
He travels the country making a six-figure income, testifying in cases.
What should the rest of us take away from watching a presentation like this?
They weren't saying that all defenses are false.
Linda Shiflett is a former state prosecutor who worked child abuse cases.
They were specifying certain defenses and pointing out how the medical science doesn't support them as, in fact, true defenses.
We did hear from Dr. McIntosh in an email. He says this training is intended to educate child abuse professionals about false theories and how to counter them to increase the chance that judges and juries will come to the right conclusions. McIntosh adds, "We do not set out to diagnose abuse. We set out to find out what happened," and says we are more than happy when, as often happens, we are able to determine that what was reported as suspected abuse is in fact the result of an accident or a genuine medical condition. Last year, Florida's Department of Children and Families reported nearly 37,000 cases of child abuse or neglect, among the top 5 states nationwide. Dr. McIntosh ends by warning his audience of experts to be more thorough.
It's not really sufficient anymore to just look at the child, look at the x-rays, and say this is abuse.
Something these families say didn't happen.
It took him 2 minutes just to give an extra that we're abusers.
They just arrested my husband.
And everyone suffered for.
It was a nightmare. It destroyed us all.
Last month, Florida's chapter of the American Academy of Pediatrics sent this letter to 2 Florida lawmakers countering recent media scrutiny, calling it inaccurate and misleading information about child abuse pediatricians. In the letter, they also say families can seek a second opinion by asking the statewide medical director, Dr. McIntosh, to review contested cases. Read more from them and Dr. McIntosh on our website. I'm I-Team investigator Katie Legrone, taking action for you.